Greetings, brothers, sisters, friends, and foes. It's Bill from Agape on the Streets, and made a little video for you yesterday of the travel to Yuma. Had to go over there and get some parts for the trailer, for the truck, and that's always the best bet for that. You know, Havasu is nice. It's the same distance, but it's way more expensive. And Yuma just has a lot more, especially when it comes to parts and stuff. So it turned out to be a good trip. Got what I needed. Today, I've been spending most of the day trying to find truck insurance, and it has been very, very frustrating because my vehicle, being an F450, the size and weight puts it in the commercial class. I had to register it as commercial, but it's being used personally. So I don't have an active business or anything right now. So that's been a tough one. Nobody wants to touch that. They want to either give you, you know, a full-on business insurance, a commercial insurance, $300-400 a month sometimes, you know, like you're hauling big stuff and everything, or they don't want to touch it. And just, you know, it says, hey, you know, I haul my trailer every few months somewhere, but other than that, it doesn't really do much, you know, gets me to the store once a week or something. So we'll see. I got a couple leads today on that, but right now, let's check out our little trip to Yuma. So we are heading into Yuma for a supply run, and just gonna get you some of the sights along the way. It's kind of windy. I know it's a little noisy here in the truck, but I'll share some of this with you. It's quite an interesting drive on the way. I've got to get some parts for the truck and a few things I'm building out, and where we're camped, Yuma is the same distance as Lake Havasu City. Usually I would go to Lake Havasu City because we have our mail there and stuff, but I don't need to grab mail, and Yuma's got a lot more, especially industrial type stuff. When I'm going to get parts for like a diesel truck and, you know, steel type stuff, it's a much better place to go. So we're heading out to Yuma today. Get about 3/4 of the way to Yuma right before we start going through all the farm fields and everything. We hit the Yuma Proving Grounds. It's a U.S. Army base where they test a lot of their new equipment, modifications on old equipment. You'll see a lot of signs that says tank crossing and stuff as you're coming out here. Pretty interesting. We're 44 miles from Mexico at this point, and in a little bit here we'll start seeing some of the fields where they grow. Basically, it's the biggest producer of vegetables and stuff in the winter, I guess, around the world is what I've been told. I thought it was for the country, but they said no, this is when it hits wintertime. You know, a lot of places freeze and everything else, but this is nice warm weather. So this is where they grow everything. And here we go. This is the start of the fields that go on and on and on. We got quite a bit of this to drive through till we actually hit the city, so we get into Yuma. I mean, technically a lot of people call this Yuma, but it really isn't. This is outside. But they're just planting over on this side now, getting things going. And we come by here in a few weeks and it's all going to be green. There's a little church out there. I don't know if you can see it. A little chapel where they can stop and pray. Got a lot of road construction going on here. They're redoing all the roads. Some of these got pretty bad. So I'm glad to see that, even though it slows down the traffic. It'd be nice to see it when it's done. the Elks Lodge. Actually, it's not Elks Lodge. This one is the VFW, Veterans of Foreign War. The Elks Lodge is up a ways past this. We got stuff going on down there today. If you've got an RV and you're part of their organization, they have a place you can camp there. There's where they collect all the cotton. Those are all bales of cotton over there. They do have quite a few cotton fields if you go way back out. That's what we can see here. All turns into cotton out there. Kind of amazing going through the desert and there's nothing but sand and rocks, and then you hit this and it's just all green. Like I said, you give this a few weeks, this will all be going, and it's incredible to come through here. It's a pretty lush green, and it just, the scenery just changes so quickly, it really gets your attention. Well, I hope you enjoyed the little trip out to Yuma. I didn't get any more video after that. I got quite busy. Went out there to get some parts for the trailer. There's some interesting places out there. There's this place, which is a gym. It's called Mobile Home Depot. Yeah, a little play on Home Depot, but they got stuff you literally can't find anywhere else, and they've got some really good prices. Went by the Firearms Unknown. It's a gun shop, and it's like no gun shop you've ever been to. You can buy fully automatic 50 caliber weapons, you name it. They got stuff there that would just blow your mind, and you can walk out the door with it if you have an Arizona license. I was just go there getting a few parts and stuff for some stuff I'm working on, but really interesting places out in Yuma. You can get a lot of awesome stuff out there. Working on the car insurance today, like I said. Mine have got a little lead. It's an agent over in Blythe, a lady. She sounded really nice on the phone. She represents multiple agencies. Usually you have to pay a little more for that, but I just might not have any choice. I'm going to head over there tomorrow and see what I can do, because at this point, they're going to pull the license off of my truck, and I'll be stuck with nothing. And it's just another one of those frustrating, curveballs that was thrown at me. Not realizing in Arizona, beyond an F-350, it is considered commercial. Whether you use it commercial or not, you have to register it commercial, which I've already paid that. That costs me extra. But then you've got to also insure it commercial, and that's hard to do unless, they want to know what business do you have and what are you hauling. I said, well, I'm hauling groceries. What? Do you have a grocery store? No, I don't own a grocery store. Well, what are you doing? Well, I'm using it to get my groceries back to my trailer. And it's just another one of those things where they're making this life very, very, very tough. I found this lady through some other RVers out here, because a lot of these RVs use F450s, even F550s, to run like a C-Class. All these buses, same thing. All these buses, those things are commercial. Yet they live in them. It's personal. It's literally their house. And they go, oh yeah, we had to jump through some major hoops to get insurance. And if you don't get insurance, they pull your license. And they've got cameras on the state troopers, some of them now. They drive by on the freeway, takes a picture plate, flags you, they pull you over, and they can take your vehicle away. So pretty hardcore stuff going on. And like I keep telling people, it's interesting because a lot of these people don't have a lot of choice. I mean, I'm in the same boat. Believe me, I'd love to have a big house, on the ocean somewhere. But I can't afford rent in a slum right now. And I tried, working that job and worked myself till I literally couldn't walk. I could barely go in the next morning and still didn't have enough I could really pay rent in any place. It would take 3 or 4 people living together, just to pay rent. That's a tough one at my age. So keep not just me in prayer and the ministry, but as I'm reaching out to people, and I'm talking to a lot of people now, I'm finding this. It's pretty tough. A lot of these people, and that's kind of their thing, where is God? Well, God didn't do this. This isn't God. He's blessing you. He's doing, he's doing his part, believe me, and then some. But we are also subject to consequences because of sin, because of people's sin, the sin nature, and our leaders and everything else. Unfortunately, we're suffering some repercussion because of a lot of their issues. So keep our country in prayer. I'm praying that some things turn around here. And, we've got a new administration going in. Let's pray that God just totally grabs it, uses it, fixes things. It's we're still going to have our issues. We still live on this world. But there's our buddy. Flies around over the LTVA here in Quartzsite, back and forth. Interesting little thing. It's like a little scooter on the bottom with a big fan in the back and just propels them around. Pretty silly. Want to thank all of you for praying for me. Look forward to your support. God bless every one of you. Bye-bye now.